In this video, we're going to finish the Using Similar Polygons worksheet on the KutaSoftware website. Our directions are to solve for x and that the polygons in each pair are similar. And since the polygons are similar, that means that the length of their sides are proportional. We're solving for x, and x is in this side here. So 8x minus 2 over this side 42 is going to be proportional to the corresponding side 63 over the corresponding side of 42, which is 49. Now I'm going to cross multiply. So I'll have 8x minus 2 times 49 equal to 42 times 63. I'll need to distribute the 49 to the 8x and to the 2 with subtraction in between. 8 times 49 equals 392. So 8x times 49 equals 392x, and I'm subtracting 2 times 49, which is 98. And that's going to be equal to 42 times 63, which is 2,646. I'll add 98 to both sides in order to get my term with the x by itself. So I'll have 392x equal 2,646 plus 98 equals 2,744. And when I divide both sides by 392, in order to get that x all by itself, I'll get that x is equal to 7. So 7 is my solution in number 15. And if I wanted to solve for this side length, I would just plug 7 in for x and calculate. However, we're solving for x, so we can stop at this point. In number 16, x minus 2 over 18 is proportional to 12 over 24. So I'll have x minus 2 over 18 equal to 12 over 24. And I'll cross multiply. So 24 will get multiplied to x minus 2, and that'll be equal to 18 times 12. Distributing my 24 to the x and to the 2, I'll get 24x minus 48 equals 18 times 12, which is 216. I'll add 48 to both sides, and when I do that, 24x will equal 264. And dividing by 24, I'll get that x is equal to 11. So 11 is my solution in number 16. 6x minus 6 corresponds to the larger length of 63. So I'll have 6x minus 6 over some number equal to 63 over some number. And then the shorter length of 30 corresponds to the shorter length of 35. Now I'll cross multiply. 35 times 6x minus 6 equals 63 times 30. 35 times 6x is 210x, and 35 times 6 is 210. So I'll have 210x minus 210 equal to 63 times 30, which is 1,890. Adding 210 to both sides, my 210 will cancel out, and I'll get that 210x is equal to 2,100. So when I divide by 210, I'll get that x is equal to 10. So 10 is my solution in number 17. And number 18, this larger base corresponds with my expression that has the x. And this smaller base 40 corresponds to 16. So I'll do my larger base over my smaller base equal to the larger base in my second figure over the smaller base in that same figure. 45 times 16 will equal 40 times 2x plus 4. Next, I'll distribute the 40, and I'll also multiply 45 to 16. 45 times 16 is 720, and that's equal to 80x plus 160, since 40 times 2x is 80x, and 40 times 4 is 160. Subtracting 160 from both sides, I'll have 560 equal to 80x. And when I divide by 80, I'll get that 7 is equal to x, since 80 times 7 is 560. So 7 is my solution in number 18. In number 19, I'm going to be using a scale factor. And remember, the scale factor is the ratio from one side length to the corresponding side length on the other figure. So 5/6 is going to be equal to the side length on A to the side length of B. So 3x plus 11 over 42. Cross multiplying, 5 times 42 equals 6 times 3x plus 11. 5 times 42 is 210, and that's equal to 18x plus 66. So when I subtract 66, 210 minus 66 is 144, and that's equal to 18x. So when I divide both sides by 18, I'll get that x is equal to 8. So 8 is my solution in number 19. In number 20, my scale factor from A to B is 5 to 6. So A to B, 30 over 3x, is equal to 5 over 6. Cross multiplying, 30 times 6 equals 3x times 5. 30 times 6 is 180, and 3x times 5 is 15x. When I divide both sides by 15, I'll get that 12 is equivalent to x. So 12 is my solution in number 3. And if I was to plug 12 in for x, the side length of B would be 3 times 12. In number 21, the scale factor is 2 to 7, and that's the scale factor from A to B. So from A to B, I'll have 14 over 8x minus 7. When I cross multiply, I'll have 2 times 8x minus 7 equal to 7 times 14. Distributing the 2 to the 8x and the 7 with subtraction in between, I'll have 16x minus 14 equal to 7 times 14, which is 98. And when I add 14 to both sides, in order to cancel out the 14 on my left, I'll get that 16x is equal to 112. And dividing by 16 will give me that x is equal to 7. And the last problem on this worksheet is number 22. However, before I go over this problem, please subscribe to my channel. All subscriptions are greatly appreciated, and let me know that you're finding these videos helpful. Now for number 22, our scale factor from A to B is 6 to 7. So that's going to be equal to 48 over 8x. Cross multiplying, I'll do 6 times 8x, and that'll be equal to 7 times 48. 6 times 8 is 48x. And if you notice, when I multiply 7 to 48, I'm going to then divide by 48. So I don't even need to multiply this out, since when I divide by 48, the 48 will cancel out. So I'll be left with x equal to 7. So no need to do more work for yourself and type this into the calculator, because I know for a fact that I'm going to be eventually dividing by 48, so that 48 will cancel out. X is equal to 7 in number 22. And if you have any comments, leave them below.